What do you get when you combine down-home guitar picking, a grizzled and soulful voice, sly sense of humor, and an environmentalist consciousness? You get our guest tonight, local singer-songwriter Rog Lee.
We know growth pays for itself. Saving wildlife don't build wealth. Hey, hey, we're doing a developer's storm. My job's not done till I paved over that last swamp. Nice piece of land, the trees are tall. Let's knock them all down and build a strip mall. Hey, hey, we're doing a developer's storm. My job's not done till I paved over that last swamp. Just bought an old ranch out by the county line. You see wetlands, I see dollar signs. Over there's a creek with turkey and dairy bear. I say it's about damn time we built something there. Push, 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 take, take, take. Call that retention pond a lake. Hey, hey, we're doing a developer's storm. My job's not done till I pave over that last swamp. Bribe the inspector, screw the code. Fill that swamp, it's down the road. Hey, hey, we're doing a developer's storm. My job's not done till I paved over that last swamp. Thousands more people every day. It's my job to pave the way. Hey, hey, we're doing the developer's storm. We'll keep them coming, we'll just pave more swamp. I say keep them coming, we'll just pave more swamp. 'Cause my job's not done till I pave over that last swamp.
Hi, I'm Eric Alexander, and welcome to Solo Notes. I'm sitting here tonight with our local singer-songwriter, Mr. Rog Lee. Rog, I appreciate you being here and being with us. Tell me, you've been around for a while now, and if I understood you, you're a Michigander originally.
I am indeed, yeah.
Born and raised there?
Well, I was born in Illinois, and then we moved to Michigan. My dad worked for Oldsmobile for many years.
Yes.
Yeah. So Lansing, Michigan. Yeah.
That's right. Well, so what made you then? When was it you made the hop to Florida?
Well, we had family in Sanford, Florida. My father had a brother and a sister, and we would come down every year for vacation. And that's just where they were gonna retire. And that was just like that was when I thought of vacation. It was Florida. We came down for Christmas. And so one year we lived down here in 1959. We lived down over on Longwood on what's now 434. It was just a country lane at that time. But so when they retired, my father bought a school bus, and we put all the furniture in. He took his seats out, and we put all the furniture in, and it was my job to drive them down and get them set up in their house in Sanford. And then I had gotten like all full of Jimmy Buffett and Bob Marley and Caribbean and all. I was going to come down. I was going to go to the Keys, and I was going to work on a shrimp boat. And then just look around the Caribbean and all that.
Do the Florida thing.
Exactly, yeah.
Huh?
And then I got down in Sanford, and I met up with some of the kind of like local redneck swamp people, and I started liking that. I never made it to the Keys except for visit, you know.
Well, yeah. Well, we're glad that you're up here because you brought a little bit of the Keys, I think, up here with you, actually. Yeah. So you were a musician then. That you couldn't have been more than what, 18 when 78 it was.
Yeah. Well,
something like
I
that.
was 22.
Yeah.
22 then.
And you played
Yeah.
then? You were
I was
already
just
playing?
I was playing in bands, and I didn't sing then. I didn't really know I could sing. I was I was going to be a guitar god, and I played blues harp, harmonica with different bands around East Lansing, where Michigan State was. And so then when I kind of didn't really think about music when I came down here. I wasn't really thinking about it. And then after I settled in here, I bought a reel-to-reel tape recorder just to fool around with overdubs and stuff.
Right.
And I just sang some stuff on there, and I played it back and said, it's not so bad, maybe I can sing. So that's the actual singing started in Florida, and I hadn't written any songs or anything. I was just learning other people's songs and playing with bands and whatnot. So
yeah. When did you start doing your solo stuff around here?
Probably.
Show.
Probably for years I did private parties and open mics and that kind of thing. But formally it was like 2003. I started doing it for a living. I actually had a medical condition that kind of one of those little face in life things. And then I said, well, if I'm going to do it, I better do it. So I started playing music then at that point.
A turning point.
Yeah,
but I think I read something about it. You said, boy, I wish I'd done this sooner.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's by far the most fun job I've ever had.
Well, I know you've had some real regular gigs around here in Sanford, DeBary,
sure.
everywhere, huh?
Yeah, I've got. Every Saturday I'm down at the Swamp House Grill in DeBary on the end of High Banks Road. I've been down there for quite a while. And then there's also Gators Riverside Grill, and it's in Sanford, but it's like at 415 right under the Osteen Bridge. And I've been playing there Tuesday nights for about 6-7 years now. And then those are like home, it's kind of like just a club meeting or something every weekend.
Yeah. Well, it's great to have a regular gig.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
That.
Yeah.
As a musician,
all the time, yeah.
to have a house gig, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you played you played electric guitar as well as acoustic then in the early years.
In the early years, mostly electric. Yeah, mostly electric. Sure. Yeah.
And what were some of your influences? I mean, obviously, I know a lot of people liken you to Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah. As far
which
as
is a great compliment, I think. Yeah.
I do too. Well, me too. Some people I've heard haters about him, but I love him. Yeah, I've always liked Jimmy Buffett and John Prine.
Yeah.
All the like James Taylor, the folk singer-songwriter types. I like those guys. But I think I'm most influenced by probably John Prine, Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
I was like Bob Marley too, but I don't know if there's much influence except for head things,
Yeah. Well, he gets deep.
Yeah.
He gets deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, those are all really great influences, and I know you do some copy rock and kind of old rock.
Oh, I do a
and
bunch
blues
of that's
those kind
the
of things.
mainstay is 70s like classic rock and hippie folk, and that's what I do. It's a good thing there's a bunch of baby boomers around because it's still people love it just like I do. So
that's right. You guys, and some of your gigs all near by the water.
Yeah,
I
love to play on the water.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you met your wife down here in Florida.
I did. Yeah, in Sanford. She was a bartender in a bar I was hanging out in. And
Well, you go. You meet people in your workplace. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. I actually met my wife playing when I was playing music. So I can relate.
That's right.
But so you've what are some of your plans? Or just you're going to stay around here? You ever plan on making it down to Key West? Or
just we like to get down there to visit and down in like Marathon because it's not so. Ever since it seems like the cruise ships started going to Key West, it's kind of changed it to where it's just a cruise ship town. Everything's kind of built for their, they come in once a week or twice a week or whatever. So I like it up a Marathon in that area where it's not so built up and everything.
Oh, well, I can understand that. Yes, it's not so touristy, exactly. And so our technical director, who's a guitar player, said that we've got to interview the guitar.
Right.
This one guitar you have and that you're playing in our videos, we need to tell it's a work of art in itself, I think.
This is a poor old guitar. This is an old Yamaha guitar. I don't know the model number, but it was given to me by my mother in 1978 when we moved down to Florida. And I think it was $69 guitar at that time. And I played and fooled around with it. And one day I dropped it and I broke the peg head off of it.
Oh, my goodness.
And so then I fooled around, I tried to glue it back, and it didn't hold for very long. So then I discovered they sell this little thin plywood at the hobby stores for like airplane whatever fixing. So I just got it and I made a sandwich up here to hold it back on. Yeah, a custom job. And then I got so enthused with how well that turned out that I always wanted a cutaway guitar. So I took the same thing and I made my own little Pac-Man cutaway there.
Well, if this guitar could speak.
Yeah, it's been through a bunch, yes. And then this is called a Para DI box, and it's like a box that's supposed to be on the floor, and it's a foot pedal box, and I just kind of modified it to go so it'd be built in. But
custom job.
It's kind of interesting.
Well, so you did a song called "Developer Stomp" for us, and opening up here, and I may ask you about that in the next segment. But you're getting ready to do a song for us next, the award-winning song that you won at which was the contest?
It was.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll talk about that in our next segment. We're going to hear this song. It's called "Florida, No Appointments and a Full Tank of Gas" here on with Rog Lee on Solo Notes.
Don't watch the sunrise on Lions Bridge in St. Augustine. Drive slowly west in time to watch it set in Cedar Key. It's days like this I understand what freedom means. There's nothing I got to do, no place that I would rather be. I've got Florida, no appointments, and a full tank of gas. Secret to life is learning how to make the good parts last. So many things that I want to see, but she's changing way too fast. I've got Florida, no appointments, and a full tank of gas. Now I could eat my way down the West Coast, nothing but Gulf seafood. Then vacation in that foreign land that we call the Keys. Make my way back up the east side where the waves are good. Or take a back road for barbecue or a fish camp feast. I've got Florida, no appointments, and a full tank of gas. Secret to life is learning how to make the good parts last. So many things that I want to see, but she's changing way too fast. I've got Florida, no appointments, and a full tank of gas. Florida's been abused and used since Flagler built that train. It's always been a magnet for souls bereft. Mother Nature, just a problem, be contained. If people move down here, try to turn it into what they left. I've got Florida, no appointments, and a full tank of gas. Secret to life is learning how to make the good parts last. So many things that I want to see, but she's changing way too fast. I've got Florida, no appointments, and a full tank of gas. Hey, Florida, no appointments, and a full tank of gas. Secret to life is learning how to make the good parts last. So many things that I want to see, but she's changing way too fast. I've got Florida, full tank of gas.
Welcome back. I'm sitting here with local singer-songwriter Rog Lee. And Rog, I wanted to talk a little bit about your songs. First of all, that first song that you did for us, Developer Stomp, yeah, I think it kind of speaks for itself. But I take it that you were just getting a little frustrated with good old Florida, getting concreted over, huh?
Yeah. Actually, I'd written probably from 3 or 4 or 5 songs dealing with that already, complaining about it. So I said, Developer Stomp, I'm going to write them a dance song, something giving, from their point of view, something. So that was my attempt to show what they're thinking.
That's right. Well, there is a lot of growth happening.
Oh, boy, it's back with a vengeance now.
But there's groups that we're trying to keep the old Florida, and that's obviously where your heart is at.
I love it, yeah.
That's
keep the wild places while we can, but it's hard to do. But
yeah.
I'm not optimistic about it, but still feel like you got to say something anyway. But
That's right. Can't complain unless you get involved a little bit.
Well, you got Florida. People are going to want to move here. There's no stopping it.
That's exactly right. It's one of the better states, I think, to come and hang, as proved this past winter.
Yes, exactly. It's going to hurt bad.
So you now that song that we also just heard, the Florida No Appointments and a Full Tank of Gas. Now, that was an award-winning song for you with the Will McLean Foundation's 2008 Best New Florida Song Competition. Right? Mm-hmm. Or was that the song? Was that the song you entered in that?
That one actually won 3rd place 2 years ago. I won it, I won it with a song called City of Jacksonville.
Okay, that's right.
Which is like an old time. It's a song about steamships used to run up and down to St. John's. And the founder of our little DeBerry town, Frederick DeBerry, he had a steamship line, and the flagship of that was the City of Jacksonville. And so this is a song about that riverboat. And that won back in 2007 or 8. Can't remember which.
Yeah, I think your site said 2008. Yeah.
This song just took 3rd place a couple of years ago, I think.
Is that right? Great. Now, did you write them specifically for that competition, or just have them and entered them?
I'll tell you what happened. I'd never really written any songs until I was like I said, doing the Florida thing, and we started seeming like losing places where we could go shoot or fish or whatever. And it was private property, but it was just the idea that everything's getting built here. They're just building. So that's when I started writing the first song. I wrote a song called "You Could Still See Florida." And it was about after they get everything paved, they'll like fence a swamp off for it and charge admission to come in and look at it. And so. So then I heard when I was playing in a bar room, a lady that's hooked up with Will McLean, she told me about it. I didn't even know anything about folk festivals. I was playing in bars. And she said I should know that song. And I entered that song, and it got like honorable mention. So then the next year I had written, I don't want to get too long-winded, but anyway, I wrote a song called St. John's Lullaby. There's a property over on Lake Monroe called Thornby. Well, now it's Thornby Park. At that time, it was privately owned.
Right.
And so people had bought it, and they wanted to put condominiums on it. It was a county property then. They wanted to put condos on it, but the counties didn't let them have that kind of density. So they went to Deltona and got Deltona to annex their property so that they could get their condos in. And then that started a whole firestorm of people, trying to stop it from doing it. And eventually, a guy, he had a little internet radio show, and he asked me if I could write a song about the history of Enterprise and all that. So I wrote a song called St. John's Lullaby, and it was about the Thornby property. And which, by the way, Deltona ended up buying the property and turning it into a park, which it turned out nice. So then after that, when the city of Jacksonville people, I live in DeBerry, and the people from the DeBerry mansion heard about that, and they were wanting a song. So that's why I wrote City of Jacksonville kind of for that. And then I had a Florida song. I just sent it in with Will McLean, and so I wrote about it off chance, but then just sent it in and it won. So it was kind of second time I entered. So
yeah. And I know you do now folk festivals. I know you do the Barberville Festival.
Yes. That's a good one. Yeah,
in the fall. Yeah, and those are all really great venues for and this type of music. Now you have a CD here, the Best of Rog Lee Live. And we were talking about you've got about 20 songs on this CD. So
Oh, yeah.
all of these are original songs
Yes,
of yours.
yes.
So even though you didn't start writing until late, you've been writing a lot now.
Yeah,
huh?
oh, yeah. I get a couple, 3 or 4 a year maybe.
Well, that's terrific. And you can get this CD at your website.
Absolutely, yes.
Which is
roglee.com.
ROGLEE.com. All right, yeah.
I have it with me at the gigs, which, like I said, Gators are, I always have them with me in the trunk of my car if you see me at the supermarket. Or
Yeah. Yeah, I said you sold a lot of these. What'd you say?
In the tins.
Well, at least maybe somewhere you'll start seeing some sales move up.
Yeah.
And we get this video out for you. But I know you have a lot of really, really terrific songs on there that I saw, and all of them influenced by Florida, and you seem to have a really good sense of trying to preserve good old Florida.
I think
for some of us Northerners that have moved down here, we appreciate it for
Sometimes,
what it is.
I think so. It's kind of like the rabid ex-smoker that becomes the rabid non-smoker. We can grow up with it.
That's
we
a
can
good
see what they're
analogy.
losing. Yeah,
That's right. So, tell me about your next gig. What are you going to be at next, or what you say you do a Tuesday and a Saturday?
Yes, every Saturday. 1
Is there
to
any
5.
other place you play that we haven't mentioned yet?
I'm
or?
playing a place called the Funky Trunk. I don't know when it's going to air.
Oh yeah, in DeLand.
Yeah, in DeLand this Friday from 8:30 to 10:30.
Yeah.
And I'm back there again in a couple
Well, of
weeks
courf,
after
when
that.
this airs,
It's all on the
it would
website.
already been passed.
Exactly. I'm thinking, I couldn't want
on
to say
Friday,
that.
but maybe you can look for him
There's
for Raj
another-
another time. At
Yeah,
that point.
just check the website. I always put the gigs up there, but around DeLand and some.
Now tell me
Sanford,
about
but
this last song you're getting ready to do for us. Tell me the name of it.
The song is called "In Case of Rapture, Can I Have Your Car?"
Tell me about that.
Well, it's a true story. I do this, like I say, for a living, so I drive old cars. And back at the time I wrote this, I was driving a little old Isuzu pickup truck, and I was sitting on the corner, sitting down on Deltona Boulevard right by I-4, and the light turned green, and I started going, the car stalled. And before I could even reach down to turn the key on, the guy behind me was honking on the horn, he's rolling down the window, yelling, "I'll call my everything but a child of God," And so before I could really even turn around and address it at all, he had come around on the right side. He was on his shoulder. It was still screaming and yelling and kicking back all kinds of gravel on my car and stuff. And as he went by, it's a brand new Cadillac Escalade, and the whole back of it was not just 1 or 2 bumper stickers. I mean, covered the window, the tailgate, the bumper is church bumper stickers. "Follow me to Sunday school. I'm not perfect, just forgiven." That kind of thing. So then down on the bumper is the one that really caught my eye. It says, "In case of rapture, this car will be unmanned." I thought, wow, that's a confident fella, right? So I thought, well, heck, who knows? Maybe it is about the bumper stickers and demonstrating it and everything like that, and being such a good person to everybody else like he was. So I thought, if that's the case, there's going to be a lot of nice cars around here for those of us that might not make the cut, So I came up with, "In case of rapture, can I have your car?"
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing that song. You're with Eric Alexander and Rog Lee, Deltona TV, and this is Solo Notes. That's great.
Driving home from work last night, guess I dallied a little too long at the green light. I heard a blast on the horn, I heard some shouting too, and as the Cadillac blew by on the right, I think I heard it, you. I read his bumper stickers as he kicked back sand, and he said, "In case of rapture, his car is gonna be unmanned." Well, I thought about that, driving home in my old Jeep, and it made me pray to the Lord my soul to keep. But Mr. Cadillac man, since you're the certain kind, well, could you pass that car on down to me if I get left behind? In case of rapture, can I have your car? I'm not really that sure I'm gonna make it that far. If I get left behind when the judgment day arrives, through trials and tribulations, at least I'll finally have a decent car to drive. Hey, you won't be needing it, man, you'll be on your way. So if the sky's receding, could you fling those keys my way? In case of rapture, can I have your car? I'm not really that sure I'm gonna make it that far. If I get left behind when the judgment day arrives, through trials and tribulations, at least I'll finally have a decent car to drive. Through trials and tribulations, at least I'll finally have a decent car to drive. That's a short one, huh?